Good evening, welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 31st of January. Indian President addresses budget session of Parliament. Pakistan halts flights to and from China as coronavirus death toll rises. And Sajith Premadasa named leader of Sri Lanka's UNP-led alliance. And now for all the details. Indian President Ramnath Kovind on Friday addressed the joint sitting of both the houses of the parliament, marking the beginning of the budget session. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman later tabled the Economy Survey 2019-20 in the parliament that has projected India's economic growth at 6% to 6.5% in the next financial year.
Indian President Ramnath Kovind on Friday addressed the joint sitting of both houses of parliament, marking the beginning of the budget session. President said that the government is of the firm view that mutual discussions and debates strengthen democracy. In a reference to abrogation of Article 370, he said, "There is happiness among people of India that people of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh have got rights on par with rest of the country." He also condemned the atrocities against minorities in Pakistan and urged the international community to take necessary action.
मेरी सरकार का स्पष्ट मत है कि पारस्परिक चर्चा परिचर्चा तथा वाद विवाद लोकतंत्र को और सशक्त बनाते हैं। वहीं विरोध के नाम पर किसी भी तरह की हिंसा समाज और देश को कमजोर करती है।
India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman later tabled the Economic Survey 2019-20 in Parliament. The Economic Survey projected India's economic growth at 6% to 6.5% in the next financial year starting April 1, saying growth has bottomed out. Sitharaman will present the Union Budget on Saturday. The first phase of the session will conclude on February 11, while the second part of the session will begin from March 2nd and end on April 3rd.
Security forces neutralized 3 terrorists belonging to Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed terror outfit in a gunfight in Nagrota area of India's Jammu and Kashmir on Friday. A police official said the terrorists had recently infiltrated from the international border.
Three terrorists belonging to Pakistan-based Jaish-e-Mohammed terror outfit were gunned down in Nagrota area of India's northern Jammu and Kashmir in a gunfight, a senior police official said on Friday. The official said a group of terrorists travelling in a truck opened fire at a police team when their vehicle was stopped at a checkpoint on the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway, triggering the gunfight. A policeman was also injured in the gun battle. A massive search operation was launched to track down other terrorists in the area till the last reports came in.
Total 3 terrorists have been killed. As per preliminary reports, this group has crossed from IB from Dyalachak, Hiranagar area, and they have come in the morning today only. They were lifted by the truck last evening from that area, and they were on way to Srinagar. The group, as per preliminary reports, belong to Jaish-e-Mohammed.
India blames neighbouring Pakistan of arming and aiding terrorists to infiltrate across the border to spread unrest in Kashmir Valley. Pakistan, however, denies the allegations.
A specially prepped Air India flight took off from Indian capital New Delhi on Friday afternoon to evacuate around 400 Indians from China's coronavirus-hit Wuhan city. This comes as India on Thursday reported its first confirmed case of coronavirus from southern Kerala province.
An Air India special Boeing 747 flight departed on Friday afternoon from Indian capital New Delhi for China's Wuhan city for the evacuation of around 400 Indians amid the coronavirus outbreak that has caused worldwide panic. India had kept the 423-seater jumbo plane ready for evacuating its citizens from Wuhan in the wake of coronavirus outbreak. After being brought back, the Indians will be kept under observation at a special isolation center set up by the Indian Army in Manesar on the outskirts of New Delhi to ensure there is no danger of the infection spreading.
और आज वुहान से इंडियंस को इवैक्यूएट करने की तैयारी है। हम लोग एक बोइंग 747 जंबो को भेज रहे हैं, जिसमें करीब 400 इंडियंस को वहां से इवैक्यूएट किया जाएगा।
India reported its first case of the novel coronavirus on Thursday. The Health Ministry said a student from southern Kerala province who travelled back home from China's Wuhan recently had tested positive for the virus. Kerala's Health Minister K.K. Shelja informed the patient was being treated in an isolation ward in the district of Thrissur. The Indian government has taken several measures to ensure that all people arriving from China report to the health authorities.
In news from Pakistan, Pakistan has halted flights to and from China with immediate effect as the death toll from coronavirus outbreak in China mounted to over 200 on Friday. This came as a senior health official on Thursday said that quarantine regulations prevented the country from flying out its citizens from China.
Pakistan on Friday halted flights to and fro from China until February 2nd with immediate effect as the death toll from coronavirus outbreak in China mounted to over 200 and the World Health Organization call it a global health emergency. This came after Special Assistant to Prime Minister on Health, Dr. Zafar Mirza, said on Thursday that Pakistan had no current plans to evacuate its nationals living in China despite coronavirus fears. He said that quarantine regulations prevented the country from flying out the more than 500 Pakistani students and their families from Wuhan, the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. He, however, assured that the Pakistani embassy was providing support.
इस वक्त हमारा ये ख्याल है कि हमारे अपने प्यारों को जो कि चीन में हैं उनके हक में ये सबसे बेहतर है और in the larger interest of the region, our country, world, कि हम उनको इस वक्त evacuate न करें.
Governments globally are grappling with the challenge of how to get their citizens out of China's Hubei province, where 60 million residents now live under a virtual lockdown.
The new working committee of the United National Party in Sri Lanka has decided to appoint Deputy Leader of the party, Sajith Premadasa, as the leader of the new alliance to be formed and as the Prime Ministerial candidate for the polls.
The United National Party or UNP in a crucial meeting on Thursday decided to appoint Sajith Premadasa as the Prime Ministerial candidate and the leader of the alliance to face the upcoming election in Sri Lanka. The UNP Working Committee also appointed Premadasa as the chairman of the Election Nomination Board, amidst boycott by him and his supporters. The meeting decided to keep former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe as UNP leader, which Sajith's supporters had been demanding for. The decision for party leadership was pending since presidential elections last November, where Premadasa lost to Sri Lankan strongman Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Sajith's supporters had been demanding party leader post for him to lead the campaign at parliamentary elections likely in April this year.
Human rights organization Amnesty International has said civilians continued to pay the price of the ongoing conflict in Afghanistan as justice proved elusive for the victims last year. In its annual review report, it stated civilians' casualties remained high throughout 2019 in the war-torn country.
Afghan civilians have remained victims of the increasing armed conflict in their country throughout 2019, human rights group Amnesty International said on Thursday. Amnesty, in its annual human rights review, has said that the Afghan civilians continue to pay the price of the ongoing conflict as justice proved elusive for the victims. The review stated that civilian casualties remained high throughout 2019, with July being the deadliest month on record and Afghanistan remaining the deadliest conflict in the world for children. The group also called the world to pay more attention to this long-running conflict and to ensure the necessary protection and justice for the people of Afghanistan this year. This comes as the United States and the Taliban continue their stop-start talks to push for a possible agreement that would see US troops withdrawing from Afghanistan in return for security guarantees. The US has demanded a ceasefire from the Taliban before any agreement could be finalized.
Afghan men and women in their traditional clothing took part in a modeling event recently. The event was one of a kind in the war-torn country where fashion shows are rare and many women in the partially conservative society still wear all-enveloping burqas.
A group of young Afghans took to the streets of Kabul recently to challenge stereotypes and encourage local youths to express themselves through modeling. The group of 16, including both men and women, donned traditional Afghan outfits as they turned a central Kabul street into a catwalk. The event was one of a kind in a war-torn country where fashion shows are rare and many women in the partially conservative nation still wear burqas, an enveloping outer garment which covers the body and the face.
نهادینه ساختن مدلینگ به شکل اساسیش در جامعه امروزی افغانستان از اینکه مردم دیگه هم باورمند بسازیم که مدلینگ هم یک بخش خیلی اساسی در افغانستان است که زیر سایه مدلینگ ما میتونیم که فرهنگ افغانستان به نمایش بگیریم، اتحاد همدلی به نمایش بگیریم و مدلینگ به شکل اساسیش نهادینه بسازیم.
نظر ما است خو اولین تو یک سایر فیشن شو است. ما شرکت کردیم که شنیدیم آمدیم بسیار یک خوب اقدام است بر جوانای نو افغانستان و نظر ما است که بسیار خوب کار شده و خوب اقدام است. باید اینمی تو چیز کانفرانس اینمی پروگرام در آینده جور شود که بر هر کی موقع پیدا شود که اونم شوق خود چیز کنه اکسپوز کنه.
At the time when negotiators from the United States and the Taliban have renewed peace talks, Afghan women are expressing fear they might lose their hard-won freedom. The Taliban, while in power, became notorious internationally for the sexism and violence against women.
A differently abled Indian student has become an inspiration for many as she follows her passion for art by painting with her toes. Rehnuma Rani wishes to take up fine arts later in life in order to express her feelings through her creativity.
A differently abled student in India's northern Chandigarh has become an inspiration for many as she follows her passion for art by painting with her toes. Born without an arm and with a short arm, Rehnuma Rani has not let disability become a hurdle to her love of painting. Rani started drawing at the age of 5 with the support of her parents and has over the years mastered the art of holding the brush and painting with her toes.
तब मैं 5-6 साल की थी तो मैं अपना आप ही मर्जी से अपना मन करता था कि ऐसे मतलब थोड़ी बहुत ड्राइंग कर सकती हूँ तो फिर मम्मी पापा बोलते थे अब स्कूल तब लगा दिया था तब मम्मी पापा ने बोला था कि अब तू पढ़ ले अच्छे से तो फिर मैं पढ़ी फिर धीरे धीरे मतलब कंपटीशन होते थे 5th क्लास में तो फिर वहाँ पे थोड़ा बनाया तो फिर लगा कि और भी आगे बढ़ना है।
रहनुमा को मैं कंपटीशन में लेके जाती हूँ कि इसका कॉन्फिडेंस और डेवलप हो, इसमें ये नहीं लगे कि मतलब मेरे में कोई परेशानी है, अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो इसमें हुनर औरों से बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो इसीलिए मैं जो नॉर्मल बच्चे हैं उनके साथ ही इसको लेके जाती हूँ कि इसके अंदर ये फीलिंग नहीं हो कि मैं किसी से कम हूँ।
Rani's teacher helps her polish her skills and takes her to competitions and exhibitions where she can display her work. Rani wishes to take up fine arts later in life in order to express her feelings through her creativity and get admitted into a better college.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.